Welcome back, folks. Here comes Module 2. In this second module, you will learn 3 leadership styles that have been applied most in many companies and organizations. There are Style and Leadership Grid by Michigan Studies, Tri-Dimensions Leadership and Islamic Leadership Style. At the end of this course, you should be able to explain leadership styles within the context of organizational practice. Let us begin. Here are some famous quotes from the prominent scholars in the leadership field. How can you relate the quotes with the definition of leadership style? Leadership style refers to the approach that a leader takes when directing, motivating, and guiding their team or organization. It encompasses the leader's behaviors, attitudes, and communication style when making decisions, setting goals, providing feedback, and dealing with conflict. Do the quotes intrigue your interest? The Michigan Studies, also known as the University of Michigan Studies or the Michigan Leadership Studies, were a series of research studies conducted in the 1940s and 1950s at the University of Michigan's Institute for Social Research. The studies aimed to identify different leadership styles and the effects of those styles on group performance and satisfaction. The studies were led by social psychologists Rensis Likert and Wilfred Bean, and involved both laboratory and field studies of leadership in various settings, such as manufacturing plants, schools, and government agencies. The studies identified 2 main types of leadership styles: job-centered leadership, which focused on achieving goals and meeting performance standards, and employee-centered leadership, which emphasized building relationships and attending to the needs and well-being of individual employees. The Michigan studies were influential in shaping thinking about leadership and management, and helped to shift the focus from trait-based theories of leadership to a more situational and contextual approach. The studies also had a significant impact on the development of later leadership theories, such as contingency theory and transformational leadership theory. The leadership grid, also known as the managerial grid, is a management model developed by Robert R. Blake and Jane Mountain in the 1960s. The model is a visual representation of different leadership styles and their respective levels of concern for people and for results. The leadership grid consists of a 2-dimensional grid, with the vertical axis representing the leader's concern for people and the horizontal axis representing the leader's concern for results. The grid includes 5 basic leadership styles. Impoverished management. This leadership style is low on both concern for people and concern for results. Leaders who use this style are generally disengaged and indifferent to both their team members and their tasks. Country club management. This style is high on concern for people and low on concern for results. Leaders who use this style prioritize creating a positive and comfortable work environment for their team, but may struggle to meet performance goals. Authority compliance management. This style is high on concern for results and low on concern for people. Leaders who use this style are focused on achieving goals and may use authoritarian or command and control methods to do so. Middle-of-the-road management. This style is a compromise between concern for people and concern for results. Leaders who use this style try to balance the needs of their team members with the requirements of the task. Team management. This style is high on both concern for people and concern for results. Leaders who use this style prioritize creating a positive and supportive work environment while also striving to meet performance goals. The leadership grid is a useful tool for identifying different leadership styles and their potential impact on team performance and employee satisfaction. It can also help leaders to assess their own leadership style and identify areas for improvement. The 3D leadership model developed by William J. Redden is a leadership theory that focuses on 3 dimensions of leadership: task orientation, relationship orientation, and change orientation. The model is based on the idea that a leader's effectiveness depends on how well they balance these 3 dimensions. Task orientation. This dimension refers to the leader's focus on achieving tasks and goals. Leaders who are task-oriented are generally more concerned with getting things done and meeting performance standards than with building relationships with their followers. Relationship orientation. This dimension refers to the leader's focus on building positive relationships with their followers. Leaders who are relationship-oriented tend to prioritize the needs and concerns of their followers and create a supportive work environment. Change orientation. This dimension refers to the leader's ability to adapt to change and to promote change within the organization. Leaders who are change-oriented are comfortable with change and are able to inspire and motivate their followers to embrace new ideas and initiatives. The 3D leadership model suggests that an effective leader must balance all 3 dimensions of leadership. In other words, a leader who is overly focused on one dimension at the expense of the others is unlikely to be effective in the long run. For example, a leader who is highly task-oriented but ignores the needs of their followers may achieve short-term success, but is unlikely to build a loyal and motivated team. The 3D leadership model provides a useful framework for understanding the different dimensions of leadership and the importance of balancing them in order to be an effective leader. Islamic leadership styles are informed by the principles of Islam and the examples set by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. There are several leadership styles that have been identified within Islamic teachings and traditions, including 1. Servant leadership. This leadership style is characterized by humility, compassion, and a focus on serving others. It emphasizes the leader's responsibility to meet the needs of their followers and to work collaboratively with them to achieve common goals. 2. Consultative leadership. In Islam, decision-making is considered a collective responsibility. Therefore, this leadership style emphasizes consultation with others in the decision-making process, including seeking the opinions and feedback of followers. 3. Charismatic leadership. This style is characterized by the leader's ability to inspire and motivate their followers through their personal charisma and magnetism. 4. Authoritative leadership. This style emphasizes the importance of clear direction and structure. The leader is seen as the ultimate decision-maker and enforcer of rules and regulations, but also responsible for ensuring that those rules are just and fair. 5. Transformational leadership. This style is characterized by the leader's ability to inspire and motivate their followers to achieve their full potential, often through a shared vision and purpose. Overall, Islamic leadership emphasizes the importance of humility, compassion, consultation, and justice in leading others, and encourages leaders to be role models and examples of ethical behavior. The concept of Amr Ma'ruf Nahi Munkar is closely linked to the principles of justice, compassion, and accountability, and it is seen as a fundamental aspect of Islamic faith and practice. It is also believed that promoting good and preventing evil is a collective responsibility, and that all members of the Muslim community have a role to play in upholding this principle. Islamic leadership emphasizes certain traits and behaviors that are rooted in the teachings of the Quran and the example of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Some of the key leadership traits and behaviors in Islam include 1. Justice. Islamic leadership emphasizes the importance of justice and fairness in decision-making and in interactions with others. Leaders are expected to be fair and impartial, and to ensure that the rights and needs of all members of the community are met. 2. Humility. Islamic leadership also emphasizes the importance of humility and encourages leaders to be modest, compassionate, and approachable. This includes being willing to listen to the opinions and feedback of others, and being open to criticism and self-improvement. 3. Integrity. Islamic leadership places a strong emphasis on honesty, transparency, and ethical behavior. Leaders are expected to be truthful, trustworthy, and to uphold high moral and ethical standards. 4. Accountability. Islamic leadership also emphasizes the importance of being accountable for one's actions and decisions. Leaders are expected to take responsibility for their actions and to be willing to accept criticism and feedback in order to improve their leadership. 5. Servant leadership. Islamic leadership encourages leaders to be servant leaders who prioritize the needs and well-being of their followers. This includes being willing to serve others, being compassionate and caring, and working collaboratively to achieve common goals. 6. Consultation. Islamic leadership emphasizes the importance of consultation and seeking the opinions and feedback of others in order to make informed and effective decisions. 7. Patience. Islamic leadership encourages leaders to be patient, persistent, and to have a long-term vision for their community or organization. Leaders are encouraged to persevere in the face of challenges and to work towards goals with determination and dedication. Overall, Islamic leadership emphasizes the importance of ethical behavior, compassion, humility, and justice in leadership. Islamic leaders are expected to prioritize the needs and well-being of their followers and to work collaboratively to achieve common goals. The concept of shura is an important Islamic principle that emphasizes the importance of consultation and decision-making through consensus. It is derived from the Arabic word shura, which means consultation. In Islam, shura is considered an essential part of decision-making at all levels, from the family to the state. The Quran emphasizes the importance of shura in several verses, such as in Surah Al-Imran, verse 159, and consult them in the matter. And when you have decided, then rely upon Allah. Indeed, Allah loves those who rely. Shura is not limited to leaders and rulers, but also extends to all members of a community, including the common people. The principle of shura encourages all members of a community to participate in decision-making and to seek out the opinions and perspectives of others in making decisions. The concept of shura is also closely linked to the principles of justice and accountability, as it is believed that decision-making through consultation helps to ensure that decisions are fair and just, and that those who are responsible for making decisions are held accountable for their actions. In Islamic history, shura has been used as a means of governance, with leaders and rulers consulting with their advisors and the people to make important decisions. Today, shura is still an important principle in Islamic leadership, and is often used as a means of decision-making in organizations and institutions governed by Islamic principles. That would be the end of the second module. I hope all of you are now able to grasp the understanding of the most popular theories in leadership style. Please participate in the following activity to assist you to get a better understanding of the content. Feel free to contact me if you need further information via email at khaizer@upm.edu.my. All the best.